What's up, YouTube? It's Sade here, and I am back with another video. Hi, y'all. This is my second video, okay? My second video. So I'm just gonna get right into it. You guys, I am a new, okay? The new. Probably the newest channel on YouTube right now. This is only my second video. Please, you guys, if you come across my video and you like the time that you have spent here with me, please subscribe. My first small goal is for me to hit 100 subscribers. If I am blessed to get 100 subscribers, I will do a giveaway, an inspiration of my new life, or starting my new lock journey.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So if I can get to 100 subscribers, I will do a giveaway to my 100th subscriber. But you guys gotta join the family. Also, please tap that notification bell so you are aware when I post, because I need y'all to stick with me. Tap that notification bell so you'll know when I post a video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please. So let's get right into it. My first video, which I will post or tag in the end of at the end of this video, so you guys can see my first video. First video, I talked about what inspired me to get locks, how I started obsessing about it, and just my whole experience with finding a loctician, securing a loctician, and booking my consultation. So now it brings me to my second video where we're discussing what happened in my consultation, what to expect during your consultation process. So I am so organized, y'all, and I know how I am. I am super all over the place if I'm not prepared. So I did make some keynotes that I wanted to talk about. So if you see me, my eyes divert down, that's what's going on, okay? So I can keep everything together. And again, if you want to know my experience of finding my loctician, please go back and look at my first video. But once I actually secure the consultation, I'll explain to you like exactly how that process went. So when I booked my consultation, and for those who want to know like what to expect, what goes on in the consultation, like what do you experience booking the whole. Y'all, I really don't know what happened right here. It was probably one of my cats, so my bad. All right, you guys, so for the consultation, once I secured it, again, from my first video, I told y'all exactly what my bank account was looking like when I secured that consultation. So I don't know, like, from what I'm learning, because I'm still, y'all, we're going, for those that are looking to join the lock family or have just started just as me, like I said, this is like my 7th week having my locks, and I'm still learning things. And so I want to share with someone else who might be in my position or getting ready to make that decision, right? So for the consultation, I am learning that you could possibly get a consultation complimentary if you book your first establishment or installment. So for example, if that didn't make sense, if you secure a loctician, right, and you set up a consultation, they may not charge you initially for that consultation. They might just say, hey, if you book your establishment based on my availability, which let's say within the first 30 days of your consultation, then your consultation fee will be waived because you're booking an installment. Okay, so which I think is pretty cool. But mine kind of I came across 2 locticians that I was going to actually book with. The first one, she was not going to charge me a consultation fee. I was just going to go in. They were going to, look at my hair, and if it was able to be done, then they were going to do the installment or the establishment. So that was with the first loctician, but I decided to go with another loctician, and for that consultation fee was $50. And I do believe on her website, she did say that, it would just be $50 if you book with her, your establishment, or if you did not, then I actually think the fee was going to go up an additional $25. I think it was going to end up being $75, if I'm not mistaken. But she has since then changed her website. She has gotten a whole new salon. She's changed a lot of things, so I can't go back and refer to make sure that I'm giving y'all like 100% factual information on that because now I can't go back and refer to that. So my consultation fee was $50. And I was able to secure, it was not due to her availability. I was not able to secure a date until January 10th. And my consultation, I want to say, was in November. I believe it was November 28th, I believe, or something like that. Or it was somewhere in between November and December, but it was definitely more than 30 days due to her availability because she is a very booked and busy loctician here in Houston, Texas. So my consultation fee was still only $50. So also, be on time, you guys. Always be on time to these appointments, these consultations, these establishments, please, because that will cost you more money and possibly end up being canceled. Now, I was pushing it to make it to that consultation. And y'all, what I'm saying right now, this is my vlogging experience, so it has nothing to do with my experience, but I just want to share it because I'm meeting new friends here. I'm having a conversation with y'all just like I would with one of my friends that I've been knowing forever. But I was rushing to this appointment, okay? Yeah, I was rushing because I was leaving work. And I got there on time, but her first salon as well as her new salon is in a salon park. So you have to have like security access to actually get in. And y'all, I could not, for some reason, I did not have her phone number. I only communicated with her through her IG and through email. And I remember she called me, but for some reason, I guess I didn't lock her number in, which is silly of me. Like, hello, this is the loctician that you waited for. Like, get it together. Anyways, so I couldn't even call her. And then like I text her, but she had a client. I found out once I got in. And so she really couldn't respond to me. I got in because luckily somebody was coming out. I was out for like 15 minutes and it really appeared that I was late, but I really wasn't. I was on time. I just couldn't get in. So Kamika, girl, if you see this, girl, I was really on time. But she was forgiving. Oh, it was cool. It was all good. I just hated I don't want to be late. I want to be punctual for everything that I do. Anyways, so that was that. That was the whole booking it, setting it, how much I paid. One thing I want to definitely say, I really appreciate it. Now, I don't know if every loctician is like this, but I know mine was, and I feel so blessed about it. I felt like the questions that she asked was personalized questions, and I felt like these questions was important to her to make sure that she and I collectively made the best decision for my hair. I don't know if all locticians ask these questions, but mine did, and I'm so grateful and thankful for that because that really, I'm going to tell y'all how it makes a difference in my day now of what I'm going through. So, for example, I'll go into the questions that she would ask me. First of all, I found out at that consultation, for those of you that are new to this whole lock experience, I did not know that there was a such thing as sister locks and micro locks. I did not know that, right? So I found out after dealing with my loctician that there is a such thing as sister locks versus micro locks. I was, of course, initially asking for sister locks because that's all I knew. I was not educated on the difference between sister locks and micro locks. So that was one thing that we talked about. She asked me, what are you hoping for? And she told me what her techniques are and how she goes about installing or establishing. And so I learned that. Also, she asked me about my lifestyle. Very important question because your lifestyle is going to determine if you can do sister locks and micro locks or micro locks versus sister locks. And when I say lifestyle, meaning working out, do you go swimming a lot? Are you flexible? Are you able to commit? Things like that to the whole process, because that's going to determine if you get sister locks versus micro locks. Also asking, now I know all locticians ask this, can you commit to reties? That's a big thing. Sister lock reties at that. What are my look expectations? Do I value my family and my friends' opinions? These are not questions that I was expecting her to ask me, you guys, at all. I honestly didn't even expect this whole experience at all. I'm thinking that it was just going to be about her looking at my hair to see if I actually was able to get it. If my scalp was healthy, the density of my hair, the length of my hair. That's what I thought it was all going to be about. So I was completely blown away. She definitely pointed out that my look, she wanted to discuss the difference between my look expectations versus realistic expectations. Y'all, let me say that again, one more again, for the people in the back. Your look expectations versus realistic expectations. Y'all still ain't got it? Your look expectations versus realistic expectations. Y'all, let me go back, okay? Let me make sure I drive this home, because I don't think y'all know how important that is. I did not know how important that is. Let me say it one more again. She asked me, what are your look expectations versus your realistic expectations? Preach, preacher. Y'all, let me tell y'all why this is so important. Y'all, I definitely have a look expectation. This is the whole reason why I decided I wanted sister locks. My look expectations was based off all of the pictures that I saw that I was obsessing about. I was obsessing over how that girl's locks look, how that girl's locks look. Oh, hers curled up at the ends. Hers was just so uniform in her grid pattern. And I didn't know that it was grid pattern. I just was like her parts. You'll find that out in your consultation as well. What are grid patterns? Sister locks adhere to a certain grid pattern, and that comes from a certified sister lock loctician. I didn't know about grids until I went through my consultation and also amongst my research that I did. All I knew about was parts. So I was looking at the parts and making sure they were clean and all of that. So, my look expectations was that of somebody else's. But you have to keep in mind realistic expectations. And I really appreciate my loctician driving this home during my consultation, because if you are going off of someone else's looks, no one's hair and scalp is the same. So what that person's experience is and their look is not going to be yours. Yours are going to have its own unique look, own unique pattern. Everything about your experience is going to be different from the next. And that can definitely very well determine if this is for you or not. And I'm going to tell y'all what realistic expectations I was not expecting. Okay. She talked about frizzing, swelling, budding, shrinkage. I was not expecting to hear all this. I was not looking at this at all. All I know is that I saw the sister locks and it appealed to me based off of someone else's looks. And I was like, I want to do this. I did not take into consideration the transition stages that you have to go through when you are experiencing locks or going through the lock journey. So I will elaborate more on that, but that's very important. So these are all things that I found out during the consultation process. I'm going to go back to my first point. When she asked me about lifestyle, I definitely appreciated her asking me this question, because my lifestyle is flexible, but very much not flexible. And what I mean by that is, I work, I travel, I move around a lot, and you have to make sure that you are able to commit to, if you get sister locks, 4-week reties, if you get Microloc, 6 to 8 week reties. So if you are not a person that know that you can make it in for your 4-week reties every month consistently, sorry you guys, my stuff is about to die out. If you know that you cannot commit to these reties, then you also need to be aware of maybe sister locks is not for you. And you might want to reconsider and maybe look into microlocks. And you also, when it comes to family and friends' opinions, that's the second point. I love the fact that she told me, you know, if you are a person who is other people's opinion about you matters, then you probably don't want to get sister locks or micro locks, because if you are worried about image and how others perceive you when you're going through the transitional stage, it can actually be a little stressful mentally, because you might not, a lot of people, from what I'm finding out in the lock journey, not everyone embraces the entire experience. Everyone is infatuated in love. Like I said, this goes back to look expectations. The pictures that we see online are pictures of a person who's already went through their journey. They've already went through the ugly stages, the frizzing, the swelling, the budding, and all of that, the new growth. They went through this. Okay, so by the time we see those glorified pictures that they post, this is what we think our experience will be. But it's a journey to get there. So, being able to walk in that journey and not be worried about, you have to accept it. You have to bask in the journey, even when it's ugly. So that's very important. And I love that she drove that home. So by the time we went through this, I found out what was right for me. And ladies and gentlemen, microlocks was right for me. I did not know about microlocks until I began this journey. I did not know about microlocks, and I'm so thankful that I did. And if you can look, I'm gonna have to, I got to take pictures so y'all can see. I have not done that, but I will. Even though I have microlocks at this point in my journey, I'm about 7 weeks status post my establishment, and these are my microlocks, but they are pretty small. I had a guy comment and he gave me some compliments last night in the store, and he was like, your sister locks are a 10 out of 10. And I was like, wow. And everybody thinks that I have sister locks, but I don't. I have micro locks. So, and I'm going to tell you guys why I went with the micro locks. And I'm so happy that that we made a compromise, because when she kind of felt like sister locks wouldn't be for me, I kind of got a little bummed a little bit, but then I appreciated it because I know that she's telling me what's best for me. And I really like the decision that I made. And honestly, once you go through your experience, like for example, this is very small, like a sister lock. So I do have a few in my perimeter that are small, like sister locks, just because this is the part of my hair where there's less density. So I do have some very, very small ones, and I feel like when I get deeper into my journey, that some of them probably will be combined. So I feel like what happened for me, and I'll show y'all. This is very small, like a sister lock, okay? So some of them are small, some of them are, micro lock size, and I'm thankful for that. So, yeah, I think we went through what I was supposed to experience. And I'm going to tell you why sister locks was not for me. Number one, I could not commit to the 4 weeks. I'm not even going to set myself up for failure. I knew that I was not going to be able to commit to 4 weeks. And if you guys remember earlier in this video, I said I was going to explain to you why I found out that it's very important about the lifestyle and can you commit to the sister lock retie. I thought that I could, but I knew deep down that I couldn't. And let me tell you guys something. Today is March 1st, 2024. I got my establishment of my micro locks January 10th. My first retie appointment was supposed to be January 21st. I already could not make my first retie appointment because I just couldn't get off with my job. I work for a very, very strict company, and even though I have PTO, it is hard. It's getting down to the wire where it's hard to get approved. And so I could not make my first retie appointment. So now my retie appointment is pushed out to March 20th. So if you committed to a Sister Lock retie lifestyle, you've already set yourself up for failure. And I'll talk about that in later videos of just learning what I'm learning. You don't want to start off early in your new journey of missing retie appointments. Number two, the patience to commit to the long hours. We also have to remember, if we get Sister Locks, we could commit to getting anywhere between 350 to 550 locks. Do you really have time to sit down that long and commit to these long reties? From what I'm hearing, if you get Sister Locks, those retie appointments can go anywhere from 4.5 hours to 5, 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I don't really know how I will be able to go through that process. So I wasn't sure if I could commit to that. My loctician estimates that my reties could last anywhere from 2 to 2.5 hours. And then also that could also include or may not include a shampoo. So I really don't want to commit to a lifelong journey of having to commit to 4.5 to 5 hours, because this is how I'm starting, but this will not be my end result. I'm gonna gain more locks, I'm sure. Everybody does. If you have healthy locks and you're going through a healthy journey, you're gonna get more locks. And to be honest, you guys, I really don't know how many locks I have to start with. That's just something that we didn't do. I wasn't really concerned about that, but I am interested to know how many locks I have now to determine how much I gain throughout my journey. So that is another reason why I did not commit to the Sister Locks. And I'm so happy that the Microlocs was my journey, and I'm happy with the decision that I made. And who knows, by the end of my budding and my swelling journey, they might get a little bit bigger, and that's okay. I think I'll be fine with that. I think I'm good when not having super tiny little Microlocs. I think I'm good. So before I end this video, you guys, because this video was really more so of me letting you know about what to expect in the consultation and how my consultation experience went. But I also want to leave off that my total establishment time was a total of about 11 hours. The first day we did about 7 hours, and then the next day we did about 4 hours. So she estimated originally, because you guys, my hair fooled her. My hair was long, it was about 12 inches, and my density was thick, but she thought my hair was thicker than it really was. So I'm thankful that she actually shaved off a 150 off of my total establishment. My cost was $16.50. And so to secure my establishment, I paid after I had my consultation. That following week, later that same week or the next week, I went on ahead and secured the date that she and I discussed before I left. She gave me 2 dates, and I chose the first one. And so I paid her $250 to secure my install date, and so I paid a total of $16.50. I paid $1,650, $1,650. That's how much I paid. That's why it took so long for me to make this decision. I was eating noodles and bread and stuff, and but I did it. I survived. I did. But anyways, y'all, yeah, so my establishment was $16.50. And so now I almost forgot, before I go, I also want to tell y'all what to expect. After you have your consultation, you are going to find out what to expect on the day of install. She definitely prepared me for that. She told me that she wanted my hair to come exactly how I did for my consultation, which is you want to make sure that you have a clean foundation, you have a clean scalp. There is nothing, I repeat, nothing in your head, no leave-in conditioner, no oils, shampoo, condition, deep, whatever you want to do to your hair to prep as your normal wash day. But do not put any leave-in conditioner or oils or anything in your hair. Free from product. Go to your consultation in your natural state. Do not blow out your hair. Y'all, I feel like that's why mine was more expensive as well. It's because I blew my hair out. I didn't straighten it, but I really blowed out my hair. Really, they don't want you to do that. Come with your hair in its natural state, and that's what I should have did, but it's fine. But yeah, just lightly blow dry your hair. That's the same way that you need to go to your install date. Do not have anything in your hair. Do the same process. And at that consultation, she told me exactly what to expect. Bring snacks. You're going to be sitting on your butt for hours. I bought a butt pillow and my airplane pillow that I use when I fly. I had that. I did not bring snacks, but I definitely brought water. But I did bring lunch on the second day. On the first day, I went out and got something. So she already let me know we're going to work 8 hours on this day, 8 hours on the next day. I've planned to take about 16 hours because that's what she estimated it would take, which it only took her 11 hours. It's either she worked fast or she, again, overestimated my hair. So it only took, she told me we're going to take a 45-minute lunch, and that's the only breaks we're going to take. And I was prepared. So make sure that you do find out from your loctician if they don't already give you that information to find out what to expect on your day. So, also technique. Last thing, y'all, I promise it's the last thing before I go. The technique. You got people out there that are doing locks and Microlocs and sister locks by 2-strand twist or micro braids, or it was another technique that I saw. My technique was interlocking, which I actually am glad that was the technique that my loctician chose, because I actually preferred the look of the interlocking technique versus the 2-strand twist versus the micro locks. I have seen some videos from other YouTube creators where the 2-strand twist method was not a good option because their hair would come unraveled and their hair would come loose before they could even get to their retail appointment. So I'm glad that my loctician's technique was the interlock method. So I have micro locks with the interlocking technique. So, and again, I'll show y'all. So it kind of looks like it's braids, but it's interlocked. It's the interlock technique. So yeah, that's it, you guys. So if you guys like this video, I hope that you stayed the entire time, because I feel like that I have given some very valuable information that I wish I would have known, or content that I wish I would have came across when I was going through my experience. But hey, it's okay. But I'm hoping to share this with the next person. So you guys, thank you. Until next time. The next time, I don't know what my video will be about. Last video I told y'all what we're going to talk about today. Next time it'll be a surprise. So deuces.